Hi everyone, I know you like my laugh. Hi everybody, how you doing? My name is James, I am the box office artist. Welcome back to my channel. Wonderful having you guys here each and every day. And today we're going to have a lot of fun. So I'm not actually going to be drawing today. However, I'm going to bring you through some of my old art. It seems like a lot of you guys like going through my old professional art. And once again, I don't have a lot of sketchbooks or any sketchbooks to bring you through, but I do have loads of professional art I could actually bring you through back when I was working professionally in comics. So today, I decided to bring you through my DC journey. Last week we talked about some of my work in Marvel. Today we're going to talk about some of my work at DC Comics, and we're going to talk about Wonder Woman 213. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to bring you through that entire journey right now. Okay, so here we go, drawing Wonder Woman 213. I drew this, I would say, November of 2004. And I remember that, and I'll tell you why at the end, okay? So my editor was Ivan Cohen. The writer is Greg Rucka. Greg Rucka is a prolific novel writer, as well as he's worked on so many DC, Marvel titles. And right now I believe he's working on Star Wars, if I'm not mistaken. I should give him a message, eh? Oh, Greg Rucka. So here we go, drawing Wonder Woman 213. Now, Wonder Woman in this particular issue here, she got blinded, all right? She got blinded. I think she blinded herself so she wouldn't look at Medusa. As you guys know, Medusa, if you look at her, she turns to stone. So she blinded herself so that she wouldn't turn to stone when she's fighting Medusa, okay? So here we go, in this particular issue here. So as you can see here, notice how with the blindfold I put on her, I wanted to make it feel like it was on top of the skin. So that's why you actually see shadow outlines of the eyes in the blindfold. I didn't have to do that, but you know me, I'm a detail guy. I wanted to add in all of that stuff there, and then I'll be honest, I forgot all the names of the characters. I do like that owl though. I do like that owl. Though I believe in the second panel there, the girl and the owl, they've actually brought it down in the final for that. Okay. So also realized that I didn't know how to scan. That's why you're gonna find dark lines like right in the middle of the pages. That's because I didn't know how to scan properly back in the day. Like I still have an 8.5 by 11 scanner, but I at least know how to scan it properly where you don't get that bad black line down there. You might also notice one more thing at the bottom there. You see those X's on the feet there? That just pretty much tells the inker to fill it in black. Okay, let's go to the next page. Here, oh, there's the character I created there. That's Briareos. Okay, so if you didn't watch that last episode, Briareos, and I showed the actual design, how I designed him. Briareos, I think that's how you say his name, but he's a man with like 50 heads and 100 arms. So I think I gave him more than that, right? So he had all these heads. So he had one big head, all these little heads on top of the head, and then on the arms he had 4 main arms, and then all these tiny arms that were on top of him. And honestly, at the end of the day, he kind of looked like a Power Ranger villain, but whatever. So as you can also see here, look at all the texture. I love putting in this little texture on his skin, and I did that all over. I don't know how long it took me, but let's just say I wasn't the most time efficient back in those days, so I was a little late with these pages when it came down to it. And this is Zeus, I believe. She's talking to Zeus, and Zeus is getting the Briareos to attack Wonder Woman. So this whole issue is Wonder Woman fighting Briareos. I don't know how to say his name. So as you can see here, the 2 arms, Briareos. I love this face here. But you can tell how influenced I was by David Finch, and still am by David Finch today. But even Zeus, it was fun drawing these little the beard, because it's like the beard is like kind of braided, right? So it's a lot of fun. As you can tell here, I like drawing all of these squares here. The tiles, and boom, this particular page here. I loved doing this particular page here. Doing all this texture that goes all the way around like so. And then here, now in this particular sack here, and notice here, we just statted this. This is what we call statting, where we would just take a part of a picture somewhere else and then use it elsewhere. It saves time, though at the end of the day, like, it saves time to do stats, okay? So that's where you take a panel, repeat it, just tell them in digital, hey, take this panel, cut and paste it into the other panel. The only problem is it's harder when you try to sell the artwork later on. If you're trying to sell the artwork, statted pages aren't that desirable. So that's your conundrum. Whenever you're drawing comics, if you're drawing them traditionally, yes, you save time. However, the page becomes less valuable because you didn't want to put in that extra, whatever, half an hour to an hour in it. So that's the choice you make. But I really love this panel here. You see all the different hands here at the top, crunching down here at the into the floor. I love drawing all this floor detail, all these little rocks here. Who here wants to ink this one, huh? There you go. Next page here, as you can see here, so Brario's here. You can see Wonder Woman here up at the top. He's going after her. And look at this, I love all the little heads here on top while he's trying to grab Wonder Woman here on Pegasus here. This is great. As you can see the line here from poor scanning. Here we go, she's jumping down and then she's trying to cut off all the heads here. I think actually I changed this panel, if I'm not mistaken. I think I actually, was this the panel I changed? There was one of the panels I actually changed. I have to go look. Well, maybe we'll look. I'm going to show you guys the final color version later on. But well, I think this is the panel I actually changed. And I'll show you that a little bit later on. And here you go. This is Wonder Woman cutting off his ear tusk there. There you go. I love this face too. It's like, ah! And here she is on top. He's gonna chop him up in the head, but then he grabs her here. As you can see all the detail I put on this finger here. Now this was interesting too, trying to make these scales look like they go around the particular finger here. That was a challenge, but I really enjoyed doing it. And then he's there, he's looking at her in his hand, smacks away Pegasus there. This was actually interesting to do because, you know, you usually don't see a horse moving that way. So, you know, trying to figure out how to make the horse feel like it was hit. And then, you know, turning its head. Though now looking at it right now, I think it's turning his head the wrong way. Because he would, looking at his hand here, it smacked it this way. So wouldn't the head turn the other way? Whatever, it looks cool. There you go. Next panel here. Boom! Oh, this is one of my favorite pages here. Where it takes her and smashes her into the wall. And then you see all the little hands here. Hands here punching forward. Who wants to ink this page? Let me Here you go, smashing her here. Oh man, I love this issue. This was so much fun. I like this issue so much better than the other issue because the other issue actually you got to draw the Justice League. I talked about all the problems I had with that, but this particular issue was a lot of fun drawing this battle scene. Okay, so we got here. He's what's it called? He's roughing her up there, smashing her into the walls, and as they're looking on, and then she's asking for forgiveness from Zeus. I forgot who this character was, I forgot. And drawing this beard, so much fun to draw this beard. Okay, and there she is there in his hand. And then she's telling Pegasus to take the sack, okay? So if you haven't seen this issue, there's something very, really important in this sack that helps in this battle here. Okay, and then look at here. He's about to eat Wonder Woman. He's about to eat her. You see this? See Wonder Woman here? He's about to put it in his mouth. Here we go. He tosses her in the mouth, and then, oh! She stopped him. You see that? She's in the mouth here and holding it up. What? And also look at the tongue here. Look at the tongue. All the scales on the tongue there. And then here's a fun. It's double page spread, okay? So he's not very smart, Brarios. He goes and he tries to punch his head. To punch her in the head. But then Pegasus runs up. Here he comes here. And then here, you can't really see it clearly here, but hopefully in the color you can see it. She does this flip out while he punches himself in the head. On to Pegasus here. He tosses her the sack. She goes flying down. He's coming after her. And then he flips up while he punches the ground here. Now this is the fun page here. Big reveal here. She flips, and I like doing this flip. Flips, grabs what's in the sack, and as you see in the sack, it's Medusa's head. Okay, it's Medusa's head. Now, this is actually not how it looks in the final. Okay, Medusa's head here, because they told me she looks too scared here, so I had to change her expression. Okay, they wanted her, because when she got her head cut off, her face was angry. She's like, she's like that, more like that. So that's what I went for there. This is one of my more favorite pages. I love drawing the snakes for her hair. By the way, my mom is terrified of snakes. She's completely terrified of snakes, so I could not show her these pages. Like, she would be reading a magazine. I remember one time she was reading this glamour magazine, and there was this all these models there, and the snake was wrapped around it, and she closed it and threw the magazine across the room. Terrified of snakes, so I couldn't show her this particular page. And then what happens after this? Next page here, boom, look at that. You don't see it here, but Briareos turns to stone. The whole thing's turned to stone. You see how close he got to her here. Now looking at it right now, you see how close the hands are? Maybe it would have been worth it to have actually stones flying in this particular page here, seeing how close he got to the hand there. And Zeus is like, oh, she won? So this was a fun page to do. Right. And then I forgot what happened here. I forgot. I have to read the script, right? And then, oh yeah, I think this is Athena. She made a bet with Zeus. Now she's ruling right now. And they're like, oh yeah. And then finishing off here, I believe that she asked for her sight back. She asked for her sight back. Here, I forgot the dialogue. I have to read it again. Then I totally forgot what's going on here, but these are flashbacks after the big battle. Okay. And here's the flash. I drew the flash. There you go. And Chitara here. And then the last page. I believe this is the last page. And then I forgot who this guy is. Here's Zeus here. This must be what's his name? The water guy. I forgot here. This must be Hades. This looks scary, eh? It looks scary. I actually like the way this page turned out. So there you go. Okay, that is all the fully pencil pages. That is what I actually sent in, with the exception of a couple. That is what I actually sent in to DC Comics. So why don't we see how the final finished product looked right now? Okay, to be honest with you guys, I ran out of the individual issues. Now, DC is pretty good. They send you quite a few. I think they send you like 25 copies of the original issue. And then every year they'll send me a copy of the trade paperback. And this is the most recent one. Yeah, 2017. This is I just received this. But also notice here we go. Right here. You'll see my name right there. James Raiz. Right there. Okay, so let's go to my actual issue. So this is the first cover. Oh, by the way, this is the cover. Oh, hold on. This is the cover. By the way, I drew this too, but this was the cover. So let's get to the issue itself here. And as you can see, the color here looks pretty good, right? So we went over all these pages already, so let's just quickly flip through this. So you see the color, Briareos, he's purple. And yeah, it's very saturated, right? The color's very, very colorful that we went with. Like, in all honesty, like I mentioned before, Power Rangers villain. That's a real Power Rangers villain. But you can see how it works, and you go, boom! Here we go with the rocks flying everywhere. So this is how that page actually worked out there. And you can see the big fight. Now, this was the page I told you changed. This panel completely changed. Usually that's an editor's decision, or even the writer's decision if they feel the art didn't match what they were trying to do. So you'll see on this side here the original pencil page compared to what I did here. So I drew this completely separately, and then we edited it together. We kept the last panel as you see here. But as you can see, it's a lot clearer once the color's in there. But that happens. Sometimes you do need to redraw things if the story isn't working properly. But for the most part, that's very rare. That's very rare and far in between for them to actually what's called make you change certain things. Okay, well, for me, from my experience anyway. So here we go. Here, about to chop the head there. Whoa, slap. So just seeing how much clearer everything is once the colors are in, right? The boom, my favorite page here. Crack. Click, click. What's click? That's the sound it makes. Crish, click, click. That's how it looks there. Going in here, and here's what my favorite panel here, where she's inside the mouth. There. Okay, let's turn the next page here. The double page. Now, because this is a trade, I can't open this as big as I can. But as you can see here, this is the flip I was telling you guys about. This is a flip on the Pegasus. Now, looking at this, I probably should have done something, because the way the eye goes, I'm going this way. when I should have tried to make the eye go the other way, the opposite direction, going up. Maybe I should have flipped this. Now I'm looking at this, I probably should have flipped this so that at least the curve would have been more like that, and then that would have been a better storytelling. Looking at it right now. And the favorite part here, so here we go. You see how she's angrier here? Remember before I told you she wasn't angry, she was more shocked? I gave her a more angry look here before we turned to stone. Okay, and shock. Poseidon, that's his name. I knew I remember his name. His name's Poseidon. There you go. Then the final page is here, and last page. Oh, whoop, Flash cameo. Oh no, that's not Flash. That's what's his name again? You guys can tell me. Remind me, who's this guy again? It's not Flash. That's Reverse Flash, right? That's the Reverse Flash. There you go. And boom, and then that's the last page, and I didn't draw that. Okay, so there you go. That is it. That is Wonder Woman 213. A lot of fun, and let me tell you one more thing. And a fun little bit to the story here. When I finish these last pages, the reason why I remember that particular date, because the day I sent in these pages was the day my wife went into labor. Okay, literally, I sent these pages out that morning, and my wife went into labor that evening, and then my daughter was born later in that evening. My first child was born that night. So that's why this issue is actually very special to me, because, you know, at the end of it, when all of that was done, my kid was born. So there you go, guys. And it was just funny. Right after I sent the FedEx in, right, my wife went into labor. We wanted to have a special dinner that night too, celebrating it and everything, but we had to cancel it because we had other things to do. So there you go. That was my Wonder Woman 213 experience. And there you go. That was me drawing Wonder Woman issue number 213. And yeah, I actually still get the royalty paychecks from this. Believe it or not, I still get a check in the mail from DC. Like, it's only for like $20, $30, but you know, because one good thing about working on a big title at DC Comics is that they keep reprinting the trade paperbacks, right? So with that, they do give a percentage back. So I get anywhere between $20, $30 to $100 a year from DC Comics, a little gift from them, residual checks for work I did literally. That's probably what, 12, 13, 14 years ago. So that is what it is, as I say. So what did you guys think of that work? Please do let me know in the comments down below. I'll continue bringing you through my old professional artwork in the past. Maybe not even just in comics. Maybe when I worked in film, I could show you guys some of that stuff if I'm allowed to. You know, film, they make you sign your life away with those type of things. But wonderful having you here. Hey, if you're new to my channel, you looked around, you like what you see, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, well, I will be your friend for life. Join my 52,000, I think I'm hitting 53 today. 53,000 other best friends. And if you could like this video, share this video with all your friends, then I will be also your friend for life. Also, guys, if you want to support this channel monetarily, please do check out my online store. There you can find commissions, original art, some prints. But once again, you don't have to spend a dime. I'm just happy you're here watching my videos. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. My name is James. I am the box office artist. I'm here to say keep drawing, and I'll see you all tomorrow.